U.S. President Barack Obama will present his controversial immigration plan Thursday in a televised primetime address to the nation. Arise News Washington correspondent Colin Campbell has more. Hey, Colin.
Hi, Debbie. President Obama is on the eve of a major announcement on what he plans to do and how he plans to use executive action for immigration reform. Activists, lawmakers, people around the nation, including undocumented immigrants, have been looking forward to this announcement, and it's one that many say is long overdue.
Everybody agrees that our immigration system is broken. Unfortunately, Washington has allowed the problem to fester for too long. And so what I'm going to be laying out is the things that I can do with my lawful authority as president to make the system work better, even as I continue to work with Congress and encourage them to get a bipartisan, comprehensive bill that can solve the entire problem.
President Obama is on the eve of announcing what he plans to do to fix immigration in the United States without help from Congress. He delayed action until after midterm elections, where Republicans won both houses of Congress. Experts say the president will most likely protect undocumented immigrants who have children born here or anyone with high-tech skills. But they won't be eligible for Affordable Care Act subsidies. As many as 4 to 5 million people could be affected. But taking executive action may be a risk for the president as far as public approval goes. An NBC News Wall Street Journal poll shows 48% of people responding disapprove of the president using executive action for immigration reform. 38% say they approve, with 13% undecided.
The president is committed.
Homeland Security Secretary Jay Johnson says something needs to be done after years of congressional inaction.
In the meantime, we've identified a number of executive actions that we can take within our existing legal authority to fix what everyone recognizes as a broken immigration system.
For the president to use his authority to shape immigration is not new. Since the early 60s, 11 presidents have used executive action on immigration nearly 40 times. House Speaker John Boehner says that if the president moves unilaterally on immigration reform, he'll ruin his chances of fixing this issue with congressional action and can ruin his chances of congressional action on other issues as well. But then again, Debbie, what's new?
Oh, you got that right. Colin Campbell reporting for us from Washington. Thanks, sir. I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Astrid Silva is an immigration organizer for the group Progressive Leadership Alliance of Nevada, and she joins us from Las Vegas. Astrid, welcome to Arise America. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You know, we expect that the president's order will protect as many as 5 million people in the country illegally, protect them from deportation and grant them work permits. Would that be enough to satisfy your organization?
Right now, what we're trying to accomplish is that every single day, 1,100 people are deported. We need to reduce that number because every single day, so many families are being separated. And so we want to make sure that this solution, although it's temporary, benefits as many people as we can. And this is a step in the right direction.
Okay. Well, in earlier interviews today, your organization confirmed that the White House was indeed in contact with your leadership. Tell us a little bit about what those talks entailed.
Well, we've always kept a very open relationship with all the branches of our government, trying to make sure that our undocumented immigrants are getting the voice that they need to be heard. And the talks have gone from making sure that we continue to have an undocumented voice in this decision.
You know, in the state of Nevada, it's estimated to have the largest number of undocumented immigrants in the U.S. So give me an idea of how many families your organization serves and who would be affected by the order from the president.
We have a tremendous amount of families that are going to be affected. Just going through today and calling some of them to tell them about tomorrow and inviting them to watch it together with us has been overwhelming for me, just to see lists upon lists of the families that we have. I can't give an accurate number, but I do know that there's so many families that are going to go to bed very happy tomorrow night without the fear that immigration will take them at any given moment.
You know, Republicans are threatening perhaps a government shutdown, even articles of impeachment for President Obama if he moves forward with this executive action. However, Congress has been reluctant to pass immigration reform bill. I guess my question, and this is asking you to speak for a very large number of people, but what will be the political fallout if somehow the Republican-run Congress that will be seated in January prevents immigration reform in some way? Will there be a fallout, particularly come 2016?
You know, as an undocumented immigrant myself, the political games have continuously placed us as pawns, and I believe it's going to continue to happen. But the difference now is that the president is going to take an action. He's going to give our families relief. Congress had over 400 days to do something between the Senate bill and tomorrow, and they chose to not do anything on it. Speaker Boehner told us the day after the election in 2012 that he was ready to bring up immigration reform to the floor, and he never did that. So he is definitely one of the obstacles that have kept our families separated. And I think that our families with this will continue to remain together and fight, knowing that there's a possibility for us to be together, despite what Speaker Boehner may want.
Astrid, Silva, thank you so much for your time. I do appreciate it.